lovies, welcome to my channel, Crafty with May. I'm May. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by to see what I have going on today. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me. I appreciate you also very much. On this channel, I love to do all things DIY and crafting. I love to do them on a budget. However, I do like to splurge at time, but at the end of the day, no matter what I'm doing, I love to have fun while crafting. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Just note those comments are only desired and not required. I am participating in a patriotic open challenge. I will have more information about that further along in the video. We're going to go ahead and start with project number 1. We will be creating this cute little, we will be turning this little shadow box into a top hat, one similar to the one Snoopy has on right there. I saw this napkin online and I thought, oh my gosh, how cute is this with Snoopy and Woodstock. I definitely had to do something with it, and so I'm just going in with your basic decoupage technique and adding that napkin into the center of there. All of my DIYs today, guys, as you saw in the thumbnail, I will be using window clings in each one of my DIYs. I will also be incorporating napkins in a couple of them, along with some stickers that I picked up from Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree, I believe. And so but it will mainly have, every project will have a piece of the window cling in it. So I'm super excited about that, because that just created a personal challenge for myself, because I've never actually done that type of DIY where I based it around things like window clings. And when I saw these, I thought they were super cute, and I was like, you know what, let's do it, May. Let's see what we can come up with. And ironically enough, I came up with 13 things. So this is like my first mini mega video, y'all. Woo woo. So just kidding though, but I have not done a video this long, I don't think, ever. So I was really excited about that. I didn't know how I was going to pull it off. It was a little bit challenging, but we made it work. So I'm taking from the window clings here, and I'm adding in these little firecrackers at the bottom. And Snoopy and Woodstock together, they are some firecrackers, so I really thought that would be super cute to do that here. And I'm then just taking the little shadow box and adding it to the top of that to create the top hat. And that's really like the basis of this, or the base of this whole project, like just putting it together, the assembly piece of it. Full disclosure, I did paint everything offline as well, guys, just a heads up, just because it was so many projects, and if I had left the painting in all of it, it would have made the video super long. So now I'm just taking some stickers, and I believe this one just says America on it, and it has a little star there, and I'm adding in, I'll add in, I think, a couple more stars or something like that. And that's really it for this. I do cover it with a little bit more of Mod Podge, but you guys will see that coming up in just a few minutes. But for the most part, this is pretty much it for this piece, guys. Like, I was super excited about this, and I really love the way it came out. But I do have to be honest with you guys, when I finished as I got further through, I'm like, this is really kind of looking a little bit like Pepsi Cola ish, a little Captain American ish. But nonetheless, I think it worked out perfectly. I really like the way they came together. So we're moving on to project number 2, and I'm not really sure what to call this. I would say maybe like a centerpiece or shelf sitter, but I'm taking this little cube here, as you can see. I did get that from Dollar Tree, out of the Crafter Square section. This larger bead I did get from a pack at Hobby Lobby. The little tin medals there, or metal tins rather, came in a 3-pack from Dollar Tree. All I'm doing is taking that larger wood bead, adhering that to the square, because and I am using some bamboo rings. I don't think I said that part, but bamboo rings came from Dollar Tree. So initially I was just going to attach them to the wood base, but I didn't like that. I feel like it just needed a little bit of a lift. So I'm going to take the wood, the bamboo rings, and glue them together within each other. And then I'm just going to add in my hot glue, a little bit of that adhesive, heavier duty adhesive. And then once I get that lined up, I am going to put that on top of the larger bead. Now, this one, it's not the sturdiest piece, but it's not like super loose either. You know, I don't have a lot of problem using my Gorilla Hot Glue, but adding the little bit of weight to the top does create a little bit, you know, not so sturdy. So you could definitely screw something in here if you wanted to, because you do have that hole with the bead, but I did not feel the need to do that. I think it'll be okay if it does break or something like that, which I don't think it will. You know, it's an easy fix. Now I took the window clean piece of it, just where it says USA. I put that on the bottom of the wood block, as you guys saw there, and then I'm taking one of the flag stickers and adding that to the wood tin. I think I also add a star in the back of it, if I'm not mistaken. I think I did. Here I'm just taking this little pom-pom that I got off of one of the little the little bunny kits from Dollar Tree, where you can build a bunny. That's what I'm going to call it. It was a build a bunny. But no, it was just a little kit where you can create your own bunny. So I needed that because I'm going to put an LED light in there, and I needed to be lifted up a little bit, just because I felt like if it was down too low, you wouldn't really see it. But it's still a work in progress for that piece, but you'll see what I ultimately decided to do during the final reveal. So at this point, I just decided to put just a good amount of the Gorilla Hot Glue there, and it actually worked out okay. You see that little can is going all willy wonky. I did have to end up moving it over because I don't know, I just lost sight of things and I didn't line it up correctly, but it's okay. Again, easy fix because I just used hot glue, and it is still standing sturdy right now today. Now, I did do this some time ago, and it did take me a few days to get everything done. I then found these cute little tea lights on one of the end caps at Dollar Tree, but this did not work out as planned. This is my original thought, to put one of those in there. It was a top hat and the one with these wings, and I thought, oh, that would be so cute in here, but it didn't work out. So I ended up using a different little LED light that I have from Christmas. It looked like a peppermint, but that was just, just to give you guys the idea of what I was going after. So after the fact, I felt like it was still missing something. So I took a piece of this ribbon and folded it up to mimic the flags that they fold for, that they provide to the families for fallen soldiers. And I thought that would be super cute here. So this is project number 3, because I had actually put this as project number 10 when I was trying to set everything up. Yeah, no. So instead of having to do it over, I just put a smiley face over it and added the number 3 there. So that's what that was all about. So next up, we're going to do this miniature tier tray. And it is, again, it's the red, white, and blue theme. I'm adding in some of these little miniature squares to the bottom of this. And right here is where we're supposed to add in the window cleans and stickers to the separators. And these sticks, they were also in the pack from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if I mentioned that either. Came in various sizes with different wood pieces. I got like a little bit over a year ago for like $4.99. It either had like 12 or 15 pieces in it. I'm still using them all today. And so I'm just going in with the hot glue and heavy the other adhesive for the long and short term hold here. Now again, this is a miniature size tier tray, so you really can use this any kind of way, and it really can be used as a centerpiece as well. I think for me personally, even though it's a tier tray, I think this would be like a really cute conversation piece. The reason being is because you could put either like the miniature like cupcakes on there, or even make it like a mini bar or a little candy station, something along those lines, just because it's so tiny. Not super tiny, but I think the base is like 8 or 10 inches. Like, it's not that big at all. It's very lightweight, and it's not like very tall either. So here I'm just going in now and adding in the window cleans, and that's why I feel like, you know, it would probably be cute like as a centerpiece, because it's not too high, it's not obstructing view. If you're you know, if you have someone sitting across from you or whatever around the table, you guys would still be able to see each other. But nonetheless, that's just where my mind went with it. I mean, I feel like the options are endless here. And even you can put like cute little if you're having a, you know, a holiday party or something, you can add little trinkets there for the kids to pick up, you know, pick out and stuff like that. And so I do feel like this too could be used for Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, Veterans Day. Like, you know, if you celebrate on each of those days, I feel like you would get full use out of this throughout the year. So next I'm taking one of these foam stars. I got off a pick from Dollar Tree. I got this last year. I got a couple of these, and so I thought that would be super cute to put right on top of there, and whatever your topper is going to be could go right on. Now right here I'm trying to pull it up because I forgot a step. I was supposed to put the string underneath there because I wanted it to kind of well, not kind of, I wanted to lean off the sides like little tassels, like a little celebration, a little, you know, exploded firecracker. Yes, my mind went all the way there, guys, but I was like, okay, we can still add these in. It came with a little knot that was tied around the base of the star. I left the knot in there, just pulled it taut, and then I just went ahead and added little dabs of hot glue, as you see I'm doing there, and it worked out perfectly, guys. So here's one of the other little LED lights that was flickering with the little top hat. I thought was super cute. Next, I'm just taking in these half beads, adding them around each corner of each tier. I do only put 2 at the top when I get there. I do wish I had put the 2 at the top both in the color white, but for whatever strange reason, I decided to paint it blue. But you'll see why it threw it off everything, because I was just trying to create random colors, not random colors, but alternate 3 colors going up, as you see I'm doing here. But when I got to the top, I was like, why would I do that? And I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, so that's an easy fix. I can still go back and paint it, but that's really it in a nutshell. And like I said, you know, this can just really be used for a lot of little miniature things if you want. And so we're coming up with project number 4. Now, I think this might be my favorite project of the day. This one and the next one. But I really loved all of them, to be, you know, truth be told. So this is my first time finding these bling wraps at Dollar Tree. You can find them in the floral section or gardening section of Dollar Tree. Now, they do have the solid color ones, but this is the first time I've seen the ombre colored ones, and they have various colors, but I did pick up 3 that were closer to the projects that I'm doing today. So they had the bases of red, white, and blue in them. Some had a little bit of orange, others had a little bit of like a lighter blue, teal color, and like a darkish, it was either like a dark navy or blackish color, which would still have looked very cute in this idea, but I just chose the one that was closer to the true red, white, and blue, what I was doing today. So all you see I'm doing here is I took out the little paper that comes, or the insert that comes with the frame. I use that as a template to trace it out, and I'm also going to use that as a backing to this project because I needed a white background for this. So from my window cleans, I took out the little part. It had the United States there and the image, and then it had America the Beautiful. So I just cut that up, that it was one solid piece together, but I just cut it up in 3s to create this sign that I'm going to do for you guys. So I'm just removing the full backing to that bling wrap because I needed the full sheet, and it covered perfectly. I was so excited about that, and I just laid it down. I didn't have to add any glue here or anything, just literally laid it on the paper. I took the window clings and started lining them across the top, and I did use a little bit of Mod Podge. You will see right here. I was very careful in trying not to go heavy-handed with the Mod Podge, just because of the moisture. You know, once that gets in contact with the paper, it creates a wrinkle, and I didn't want that because I wasn't sure, like, once we pressed the glass down on there, if it would truly flatten it out because of the bling wrap that I added in there. So with that being said, I'm going to keep the glass piece of this, of course, because that's also going to help with the window clean, and whereas I don't have to put any glue on it. And so there you have it. And I gotta tell you guys, like, already I was really feeling this. Like, I was like, this is really, really cute already. I was so excited because I did not think I would be able to pull it off, but it did come out quite nice, guys. I really, really like the way this looked. And when you turn down the lights, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. It's really something that you can have if you have a big enough entryway table. I would definitely place this there. I don't have that because I don't have a teeny tiny apartment, but if I had one, this would be right there. It would be the first thing you see when you walk in because I absolutely love the way it comes out. Here you see I'm just adding a few dabs of that hot glue in this again because I wasn't really sure if this was going to work, you know, so I was like, I don't want to put too much glue on it and then have it rip and all this other stuff, so I just went with little dabs and it actually worked out quite nicely. So next you see I'm putting in some fairy lights, and I did get these fairy lights from Temu, and they were only like 98 cents I think, so I did stack up. I got quite a few of those and they're very bright. Yeah, so I was excited about that. I think that was a good deal. So I just attached that to the back once I put the framing in. I don't even think I glued that one down though. I think I just kind of left it loose because again, since we're dealing with paper, basically I didn't want to run into that possibility of it tearing. So here I just lay the cutout from the for the United States. I just love that. Like, I love that, guys. Like, that is so, so cute. And this will make a really sweet gift, too. You know, if you want to give someone. And I could totally see this being up if you do have a lot of patriotic decor in your home. So next up, we're moving on to the next project. Now, this is so cute just because I think because it's a butterfly. Y'all know how I feel about my butterflies if y'all been here for any time. So this one is the ones that has the little rubber band straps for the little kiddos where they can just put it on if they want to have wings. We should all have wings. And then I'm using this drain board for the garden from Dollar Tree. Now I only paid $1.75 for that. If you wanted to recreate this, you could definitely use some Dollar Tree products. You could go to a home improvement store, have them cut it down for you, and accomplish, or you know, the same look, if you will. Also, guys, don't forget to check out my playlist, the playlist and the host information in my description box below. I will have that information there for you once you finish this video. So next, I'm taking the little welcome sign, and that's what this is. It's a little welcome sign. It's not very large. I want to say it's 12 by 12, the board itself. And as you can clearly see, the wings on the butterfly, it's a little bit outside of that. But nonetheless, I found this little welcome bell at Dollar Tree, and trying, you know, thinking along the lines of the Liberty Bell. I should have added a crack in there, but I didn't think about it till after the fact, but nonetheless, it's okay. All I did with that was I just cut down the burlap bow that was on there because I didn't really want it, and I just added a red piece of ribbon just to cover that up, and I really like the way it came out. So for our window cling piece here, I'm just going to do some stars. I do think at the top I add in the word US, not the word, but I add in USA at the top. And so then here, yeah, that's what I do. So that's part of the window cling. And then the sticker, the star on the bell is also, it's a sticker. So the bottom piece is from the window cling and the top piece is the window cling. And then the middle piece has the star on it. And I also off camera did add in some more of those fairy lights here because I was like, oh, I wonder if it'll help with the sparkles of the stars. And it really turned out beautiful, guys. I'm not even playing. One thing I will say though, guys, it was really funny to me is that I used Mod Podge for quite a bit of the projects, and it wasn't until like a day or two later when I was trying to wrap it up, and I was like, oh, let me put my glow stick. And I was like, duh, May, why didn't you just do that from the beginning? It would have made your life so much easier, darling. But yeah, I wasn't thinking that time. You know, this brain, y'all, I keep telling y'all, it does what it want to do when it want to do it. So nonetheless, I still made it work. It was not a big whoop to do. And I'm just going in, again, with the window cling pieces here, which is the cupcake. The cupcake was phenomenal. I think it was really, really cute. And these also can be turned into risers. I did not do that as risers. I just left them as lean-tos or shelf sitters, if you will. But if you are hosting an event, this would be very cute to put, like, again, some miniature cupcakes on. Again, maybe a little miniature wet bar, something like that, or just, again, little trinkets. I think this would just add a little pop to your decor pieces. So I would really love to know if you guys would try something like this. So next up, we're doing the same thing with the white one, and that's kind of why I put it as project 6 and 7, just because, you know, I did them at the same time technically, so I didn't know if I could count it as one, but if not, okay, it's, you know, I did 12 instead of 13, but nonetheless, I thought it was really cute. So that's a little cone window clean. Next, I have this ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I thought it would be very nice to place one of these acknowledgement ribbons, you know, in honor of our fallen soldiers, you know, even the ones who are still at that goes to bat for us, you know. I thought this would be really nice to add that in here, and it just says sweet freedom, you know. And I thought, you know, this is a really a cute piece. I like the statement of it, and I hope you guys can see or capture the vision I had. And it just says home of the brave on the other little sticker I put down there. And here I was just like, okay, I need to figure out how to put it on, because, you know, your mind naturally thinks straight down, but I'm like, I don't want that. I want it to be over to the side. So I just played around with it quite a bit until I got it positioned how I wanted. And right here afterwards, I thought about it, like it still needed something, so I went in with one of those little burlap flowers, and you guys will see that in the final reveal. So project number 8 is one of these clear little glasses. They're not like plates, but I use mine personally on the stove, where, you know, I put my spoons and things like that when I'm cooking, and you don't want the whole dripping on the stove. I use that for this. I use this for that. And so all I did here was paint the back of it, or the bottom of it, in white, and I wanted to keep it center. But when I flipped it over, I totally forgot about how you can see the little rubber feet that's at the bottom. So I decided to go in and add some beads to the bottom to create a lift, and that made it even worse when you flipped it over. So you guys will see what I end up doing with this piece is pretty self-explanatory. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch and see what I do. So right here, I've just decided to go on and give it full coverage, and I was still trying to save those corners, and I don't know why, but I'm just adding in some more paint, and I'm not giving it a heavy coat of the white paint. But see there, the clear, I'm like, May, what are you trying to do, girl? What are you trying to accomplish here this evening? So ultimately just decided to paint it all white, and it looks absolutely beautiful. I added in that God Bless America, and I think that came out perfect. So for project number 9, I really love this as well. It's superseded my expectations. I'm just taking 2 of these trays from Dollar Tree, gluing them together because I needed that sturdiness. And now what I'm going to do with this, what I'm creating is a lean-to for the chair on my porch. So, or balcony rather. I don't really have a real porch because I live in an apartment building, but nonetheless, I'm taking the little gnome here. It came 2 in a pack, and they're pretty good size. I want to say they're about 12 inches if I'm not mistaken, but there's 2 in a pack. And all I do is just lift the paper from the foam board that it came with, and you can save that for a template for another day. And this is where I finally decided to start using my glue stick, y'all. This is where it finally registered. That's what you want to do, May. So that's all I'm doing is once I got that off there, and it was no hassle to lift that off on either one of those. Like, they literally came up super, super easy. So once I give that a good coating of the glue stick, I just put that on. Now there was some missed spots, so I do go back in, touch those up, and I put that right in the middle of the serving trays. Now, I will say at first I thought this was going to be super busy, that you really wouldn't be able to see the gnome, but I feel like, oh my gosh, you can totally see it. When I stepped back and looked at it, I was like, I forget what the name of those pictures was. Like back in the day, it was like a whole thing. I remember me and my friends would go to the gallery to look at them, where you could kind of see the hidden picture in the middle of it. I forget what they're called, but nonetheless, I felt that's the vibe I got from this. And I'm like, you can see him, you can totally see him. Like, it was not too busy at all, in my opinion. But for my window clean piece, I'm just taking this little watermelon popsicle stick, and I thought, oh, how cute would that be to make it appear as though he's holding, you know, the popsicle stick in one hand and the flag in the other. And I just really like that. And I think I put Happy 4th of July as one of the window clean pieces on here as well, if I'm not mistaken. No, sticker. I think it was a sticker, yeah, so the star in the middle of his hat, and then the watermelon popsicle is what is the window cling, and the sticker I put on, it just says Happy 4th of July, or Independence Day. No, I think it was, yeah, just Happy 4th of July. So I just did that at an angle, just so it could be in the white beard, because I know if I added that to any place where there was color, you would not be able to see it very well. So I really love the way it came out. And then I just go in and I add some of these picks as well. They came on a little stick. I know they're probably not called picks, but that's what I'm calling them. And they're just a little circular round ones like you see there. You see that a lot displayed throughout different things for patriotic decor. And I love this. I thought this was very, very farmhouse to me. Like, it was really, really cute and captured what I wanted with this without being too overwhelming. I really like this, guys. You gotta let me know. I thought it was super cute because it came out way better than what I thought, what I had in mind. I did want more of a big wording on it, but once I put him on there, I was like, nah, this works. That works perfect. Leave it there, Mary. Don't touch it, girl. So project number 10. I don't even know if we could really call this a project number 10, because it was so small, and I ended up putting it in something else that I did not intend to put it with. But it was so funny. I had this little chicken here, okay, and I was just adamant about getting this chicken up in my DIY some kind of way. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, y'all. I don't know why, but that was in my head, and that's what I wanted to do. So I had this little miniature rolling pin. It came in like a pack of 3 or 4 from Hobby Lobby, and I had this window clean piece that says red, white, and cool, and I was like, oh, that would be so cute on a tier tray. And it still could go on there, but I would definitely say put like something like a little feet on it or something like that. Little feet, not feet, guys, little feet on it, because that will stop it from rolling. But I opted to use it in a different way, and along with the little chicken. So after I painted the chicken blue and white, I did paint the back of it too, I think blue as well. I go on with a piece of this napkin with the decoupage there. I'm letting that sit. I'm going to cut this strip of ribbon down. I did get this ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I wanted to create a bow on that little rolling pin, but I just couldn't, it just didn't look right to me, so I opted to do strips instead. And that's what you see that I'm doing here on the handles. And I really like this, and I think it wasn't working well for me because of the color of blue in that ribbon. I wanted to use that ribbon, but the color of blue was throwing it off with the other blue, so I opted to do it this way. So I do apologize, guys, for the motorcycles in the background. Y'all know the drill. Nonetheless, after going through 15 pairs of scissors here, I finally found the pair that would go ahead and cut this. I don't know what I was thinking, but nonetheless, once I got it all wrapped around, and I only went around once, I just left it like that. And then I go back to my little chicken and remove the excess napkin. And I just use a small emery board here. And just because, you know, the little crevices and things like that, I didn't want to use a lighter here. Just, you know, because, again, it was small crevices and I didn't want to run the risk of burning myself. And I was initially going to attach that to the rolling pin, but I didn't like that because if it rolled, I wanted to be able to see all the words, you know, the red, white, and gold. I wanted that to be visible, no matter if it rolled around or not. So I opted not to do that. And then I just took one of the little miniature squares there from Dollar Tree that comes in a pack, I think like 32 or 36 or something, and I painted that gold to put behind the feet. As you clearly can see there, I painted the back of the chicken blue just because, again, I didn't know how I was going to display this 100%, and I opted to just paint the back of it. Now, why was I so adamant about putting this chicken in? I can't tell y'all. I don't know. I just saw it and I was like, I want this chicken to be in my project. So May, make it work. And so I did. So you guys have to let me know once you see it if it was even worth it. All right, so that was it for that project. So project number 11, we're getting close, guys. So we're going to go in with this huge mason jar. I love working with mason jars, especially the larger ones, because it gives you such a huge platform to create on. I got this from Hobby Lobby during the spring sale, and it's pretty massive, guys. So I definitely knew I wanted to do something with this. So with one of the window cleans that I got from Dollar Tree, they had these inclusive little gnomes, our little brown and beige gnomes, and I absolutely love that. I love when they bring out those type of pieces, because again, they're very inclusive, and it just demonstrates that, you know, we are united together. So on this particular one, and I think this is the one piece where I use the most window cleans, just because of the theme around it. So it said Gnome of the Braves, which I absolutely love. I thought it was super cute. And so I did use 3 of the gnomes from there. That wording, some of the little like pops from the firecrackers, I guess. And I have this bow from Dollar Tree from last year. It came like a set of 2. And all I'm doing here is just twisting it off, the little wire piece that keeps it together, twisting that off and cutting it down. And then I'm just going to glue it off to the side. But I do rearrange everything on the mason jar before gluing it, because at first I thought I was going to leave it like this, but I just could not get that bow to, I couldn't position the bow in a way that I liked. So I had to switch it around a little bit. So while I'm thinking about that, I'm like, okay, well, let me add in some more embellishments. I didn't want to add any rope or jute twine to this. I wanted to use as much as the stickers and window cleans as I could. So I'm taking a little banner from the stickers, and it covered up the portion of the top of the jar, as you can see there. And this is where I was struggling to get that bow to sit right of how I wanted to do it. So I moved the little Gnome over, and then I positioned the bow from there to cover up one of the holes in it. That was one of the other main reasons too. I wanted to cover that hole, and I still wanted it to like be towards the middle and slant. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you guys see what I'm talking about. So then next on the window cleans, I had this little star. I had a circle around it, and I thought that would be really cute to cover up the other hole and still play into the whole theme of the stars and everything. So I just take a little bit from that glue stick, and that worked perfectly. And then next, I think I just went in with little dabs of hot glue, I think, because I didn't like the way the bow was buckling. So I just went in and just kind of created little waves or wrinkles there and glued that down to hold it in position. And I just did a little dab of hot glue because, again, I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to like the way it looked once I did it, and I absolutely loved it. So I did go in and reinforce it a little bit with a little bit more glue, but at the end of the day, that's really all it took here. And I love this mason jar. I really, really do. I thought it was so, so cute. I'm just moving some of the excess glue away from there is what you see, but I absolutely love this. So right here, I am using my miter shears to split these beads that I had in half, and that pair of miter shears will become the bane of my existence, as it almost took me out. You guys will see that further on in the video. But nonetheless, I used that to cut the beads in half, and I just decided, here I was just kind of playing around with it, just to add them in the middle of the explosions there, or the little, you know, whatever those are called, just to give it a little bit of pop. That's what you see I'm doing here. And once I'm done with that, I think that's it. I think that's all I did with this one. Yeah, so we're moving on to project number 12. We're almost at the finish line, guys. I'm hoping you guys are all still here with me. If so, yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to check out the playlist, guys, and the host channels. So here I got this little wagon from Target about a year ago, after I want to say after 4th of July, I think. And it was only $4.90, guys. So I was so excited to find this. And it came with that little banner on the side there. And I knew I wanted to create something with it this year. So I was so excited to pull this out because I have been waiting a long time. And this is where you see, yeah, off camera. Well, I was still on camera working on the other project. But I was using my miter shear, guys, and watching a movie. And I wasn't paying attention when I put my hand down to cover the bead to keep it from popping up. I had my hand a little too far down, and my miter shears cut into the palm of my hand. It was a very nasty and ugly cut. I thought I was going to have to go to the emergency room, but I was able to stop the bleeding and get it all patched up. So it is a little sore, but overall, all is well, you know. But yeah, so I don't normally watch movies. Sometimes I will when I'm crafting, but most of the times I'll either listen to music or I won't play anything because I'm just deep in thought. But this day I was just like, oh, I'm gonna turn a movie on because, you know, I have a long way to go. And so yeah, big no-no. But yeah, so all you see I'm doing here is taking the jute twine, adding that in, just because I felt like the cut on that banner was just so harsh. I'm like, it needs to be softened up a little bit. I need to bring something into this to just line it out better, outline it better, I guess. And so that's all I'm doing, is taking a bit of that jute twine, cutting it down, just hot gluing it on. Again, because if I want to change this out, I could totally see me using this for Christmas. Now that I've finally done my patriotic decor with it, I can definitely see me switching this at Christmas time. But I'm taking more of those half beads right there and just putting them right at the top, just like that, just because, again, I still felt like it was missing something there and I just couldn't put my finger on it. It wasn't the beads, but luckily enough, it still worked out. I really liked the way it looked. I thought it was super cute. And here I'm just playing around with some stickers and some of the window clings. Now I did think, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to add a piece of the window cling here, but I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. I think it was just a little bitty piece. I think the little stars there came from the one at the bottom. The flag came off of the stickers I had. And then I think the little trio of stars that you can't really see the white one. I think that was part of the window clean, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was. But now I'm just going and randomly putting stars all over, and you guys will see how that comes together. Alright, so right here I'm taking one of the larger flags from the Dollar Tree. Now last year my Dollar Tree did not carry this size. I don't know about anybody else, but this is one of the larger flags. I want to say it's probably about 17 inches maybe. I really can't remember, but nonetheless I'm just taking the little stick out of it and the little white part that was covering the seams off the back. Easy, you know, I just went down the line, just ripping the thread away, and I want to use this, as you see, tuck it into the basket. Now I wanted to do a plate on a tier tray. I thought this would be so cute for a centerpiece as well. I'm taking one of these flower picks. I got that from Michael's. Then I'm taking the little roller pin, our little chicken. Look at that little chicken. Ain't she cute? I love that little chicken. And then I'm taking another one of the circular picks that I got from Michael's, and I'm just laying it there. And I thought, you know, this is really cute. Now you can again add other things in here. You can add like little shots, or again little wrapped cookies or candies and things like that, and I think it'll be super cute. You guys will see what I added in there at the end. So our final project for today, I was gonna omit this one because I got stuck, guys. I got stuck and I was like, I don't think it's gonna work. I underestimated the sizing of this piece. Now I did get this from Michael's. They had it on sale. I mean, it's a good size. They had it on sale for $5.99. Originally they're $9.99, but I absolutely love these. And they have a circular one, a cutting board one, and then this square one. And I knew I wanted to do something with it. So first I was going to take the window clean that says liberty and justice for all. I think is what it says, right? I can't remember. Nonetheless, I didn't end up using it because I kept cutting and cutting and cutting, and it was so flimsy. First of all, I probably should have just left the backing on it and then cut it that way, but it just wasn't working. And then overall, I didn't like the color of it because the blue, no matter how much I cut it down, it still was going to show that blue, and it was throwing it off. And I just refused to go back and repaint this because by this time I was hurting. And next, I just was like, I'm here, I'm done, we're gonna get this done. One way or another, we're getting this done. So I just decided to put from the window clean another one that says there's no place like home. And I feel like those colors went better. And then I used another one of the little gnomes from the other window clean, one in the wheelchair. The rocking chair. I really wanted to use him because I thought it was so cute to the way it was just sitting there. And I'm trying to play around with these flowers that was on there. And I only ended up, I think, using one of them. Did I? I think I did. I can't remember now, guys. But nonetheless, I just kept playing around with this one. And so I decided to go in with this tissue paper and just cover it with the stars to bring this all together. And I switched out one of the window cleaning little explosions, or I don't know what to call little firework thingies. But anyway, I switched that out with a different because I felt like the colors would work better here. Added in that little flag there. I like the rustic look of that little flag on the blue. And this one really did come together in the final hour, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I was just like, okay, my hand is starting to throb. Like, I just need to chill right now. Like, I need to go put my hand in ice or something. but it actually worked out really well once I got everything on there. And I love this. And I think what was throwing it off, and I just wasn't thinking anymore at this point, is that I should have, how they have the little hanger on there on how to hang it, I should have taken that off and repositioned it in a different way. And I think my original thought would have probably played out better, but I just was not thinking about it at that moment. And then after the fact, when I'm going back and looking at the editing, and I was like, yeah, that probably would have worked better. So all I'm doing, as I've done in all the last projects, is add in some of that glue stick, and I am using the Gorilla Glue stick. Now the one from Dollar Tree that comes, I think, like 8 in a pack or something like that. If you can find those, grab them because they work just as well. I just happen to have this glue stick on hand, but I do have the Dollar Tree ones as well. And once I get everything positioned and I add in the rest of the little window clings and stickers, I really love this. And I can't remember, because I think at one point too I felt like the blue needed something more added to it, but I don't think I added anything else to it. I think I just kind of left it how it was, if I'm not mistaken, but I honestly can't remember, guys. So for the final reveal, yay, we made it. If you stuck around this far, thank you so much, guys, for taking this ride with me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys so very much. You have no idea. And any newcomers to the channel, thank you, guys. I hope you consider joining my little tiny family. But look at everything, guys. Look at it. It all came out so cute. I absolutely loved every piece. But like I said, I think the butterfly is my favorite, along with that galvanized picture frame one. But I absolutely loved every single item today. I'm just happy with myself that I did something like this, that I pushed myself, I challenged myself to do it. And I think I did really a great job. And so there's the tier tray with the little ideas. So like I put the little shot glasses, add the little word memory, and the little top hat at the top. And I just love this. Like, it's so simple. And then I added the little LED lights on that second tier, and you can light those up. But I love this, guys. Like, I love all of these pieces. And look at that picture. Come on now. Like, that is just, I love that. Like, I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. I really, really do. And that's why I stuck that little LED candle in there. And but I really think all of these really could be used for centerpieces. And how cool would it be to do different ones instead of all doing all the same kind, right? The lean-to of this huge mason jar, once you put some clear coat over that or a sealant, it would definitely stay outside. I'm telling you guys, I've done it many times and never had a problem. I did add a bow there to this piece, and look at him in that rocking chair, how sweet and precious. I love this. Oh, so to the blue I did add it. See, y'all, I forgot. I forgot, but I love it. I love everything about each of these pieces. You have to let me know if you guys have a favorite. And there's our other lean-to for the chair, our little wagon here. As you can see, I just added a few more little things to it. Again, I put a little shot glass in there with a little shot of rosé. Like, I think this is so cute. Again, if you're but if you're not a drinker, you can definitely put other things in there, lollipops. The options are endless, and I just really like this. And again, you can put that in the center of your table for your guests to enjoy. And don't forget, guys, to check out that playlist as well as the host channels in my description box below. I had quite a few technical difficulties with this video, so I apologize, guys. But if you are still here and still taking this ride with me, thank you so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Just note those comments are only desired and not required. And also remember to fall in love every day, lovies. Every day you have an opportunity to open your eyes, an opportunity to fall in love with at least one something that day. So find the joy, the good, the happy, the peace in everything you see, say, do, or touch. Know that it is there waiting for you. Hugs and kisses. XOXO until the next video, love.